Coming to you live from the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California, and all across the world, psychic, medium, and energetic healer Sheena Metal brings you Messages from Spirit.
Hi, and welcome to Messages from Spirit, only on PARAPOD TV. I'm your host, Sheena Metal. I'm a psychic medium. I'm an energetic healer. I'm an interfaith minister. And I come to you live from my home in Southern California every Wednesday at 2 o'clock Pacific time on PARAPOD TV and all of its associated streaming devices. Here's what happens every week on the show. I'm a real psychic medium. I'm talking to real people just like you. And we're asking some real questions. You're asking real questions. I'm getting real answers from Spirit. We're having some real conversations and then hopefully working to get you real answers and real healing. That's what we do. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, send me a text message. It's 818-437-0886. And if you're out of the United States, you can hit me up on WhatsApp, 1-818-437-0886. Please visit my website. It's sheenametalspiritual.com and find me on social media everywhere at Sheena Metal. That's Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. I was watching a show last night. I'm always watching a show. I get good quotes from shows. I was watching a show last night, and there was a really fantastic quote that I loved about hope. And it was, what life is about is that we try to find the hope in spite of all the mess. And I thought that was so beautiful. It's a British show, so British folks say things like mess. But I thought it was such a beautiful way to put it. You try to find the hope in spite of all the mess. Life is messy, right? Life is painful. Life is hard. Life hurts. Love hurts. This is a teaching planet. We're constantly facing challenges and obstacles. We're confused. We're let down. Sometimes our bodies don't feel good. And we sometimes ask, like, what is it all about? And that's when you have to have hope. You have to have faith. You have to believe in Spirit. You have to believe in the universe. You have to believe in love. You have to find the joy and the positivity and the optimism in everything. You have to find the hope. Because if you don't, then you're lost. Because things are moving really fast, and Spirit has a lot of beings to look over, not just here on the earth, but on all the teaching planets and all the teaching dimensions, and also spirits that are at rest at home. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot to oversee. So if you're looking for Spirit to come in and babysit you and tell you every move to make and every step to take, and try to feed you like with the choo-choo train, like the little kid from A Christmas Story, it's not happening. Spirit's not doing that. And so what we have to do is we have to have hope to find a way to motivate ourselves spiritually and emotionally and sometimes physiologically to get ourselves up and going and walking down our path. Because just sitting on your path forever and not moving is not an option. And constantly walking backwards on your path is not an option. We are meant to make forward motion. Now, is it baby steps? Yes. Can the forward motion be slow? Yes. Is it a race? No. It's only a race in that we only have so many days on this earth. But you have to keep moving. It is so important. What Spirit wants more than anything is for you to be, as they say in the physics world, the object in motion that stays in motion. And for that, you need a motivator. To be in motion, you need a motivator. Hope is a motivator. Faith is a motivator. Joy is a motivator. Love is a motivator. Belief is a motivator. You have to try to find the hope in the middle of all the mess. Because that's what it's about. It's about finding that hope. And with that, I'm going to give someone from hope by doing a message from Spirit. Let's bring somebody in. Hi. I'm waiting on you. I see your name, but I don't see you. We got some. Oh, I'm back. Let's try to do another. Hi.
Hi, Sheena.
Hi. Who are you and where are you coming in from, sweetheart?
I'm Diana and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Beautiful. And what's your question for me today?
My question is, well, I've been single for a while now, and I guess I haven't really had great experiences with relationships. So I guess my question is, when will I meet the love of my life or my soulmate?
You've got something really exciting coming in the spring of 2025. And it's good. I know it seems like so long. You're like, oh, it's over away. But it will move so quickly and it's going to be a big one. So it's worth waiting for. It looks like March, April, end of March to beginning of May, very possibility in April. And it's going to be
Okay.
wonderful. So now is the time Spirit is saying for you to kind of work on you and
Hmm.
fall in love with you, which you still have a little work to do there, right? And get
Yeah,
you to the point where you're ready for an energy that matches yours to come in.
perfect.
And you
Okay,
have to
thank
be
you.
open to it. You have to be ready to be available because this is going to be a big one and it's going to be really beautiful. So now's the time to maybe make a list of some things that you want to work on in yourself,
Yeah,
because we all have those lists, but things that particularly regard to you in partnership with someone.
okay,
And just do a little polish, a fine polish on you, and be ready for this love to come in.
okay,
Is there a
thank
part of
you.
you that's a little relieved that it's not happening right away, so you have some time to work on you?
Actually, yes, it kind of scares me.
Yeah, I could tell.
Uh, Yeah, because I've been single for a while and I'm so used to being alone. And yes, there are things that I want to work on. So I don't know, the idea of being in a relationship right now is kind of scary. So that's why I was wondering.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's good because you have a little time to work on it and time to work on you. So take care of
Yeah,
you, sweetheart. It's going to be beautiful.
thank you.
Thank you for being here, honey. Beautiful. Thank you, Diana. It's that simple. See, you come on, you ask me a question, I get an answer. We have a little chit chat. It's so beautiful. And I'm here to make you happy. And hopefully, my goal is that after your question is answered, you leave a little bit lighter than you came. That is the most important thing. You just leave a little bit lighter. That's all it's about. Is every day we try to find a little more levity, right? Um, that's great. All right, let's do another message from Spirit. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
No,
I'm glad
honey,
I got that
that's
figured
my middle
out.
name.
Middle name.
Who are you and where are you coming in from?
I'm Alyssa Nielsen, and I'm coming in from Stanley, North Dakota.
Beautiful. And what's your
Beautiful. And
question
what's
for
your
me?
question for me? Lately I've been seeing a lot of flashes of light out of the corner of my eye, and someone told me that was your like spirit guides trying to get a message to you. So I was just curious if that's what it was and what their message was, if that's what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
let
I'm
you
gonna let
go
you
only
go
because of
only
the
because of the
feedback,
feedback,
and then I'm gonna
and then
answer
I'm gonna
back.
answer back. Okay.
Nice to see you,
Nice to
sweetheart.
see you, sweetheart. Yeah.
I don't know why sometimes we get the feedback. It's just a technological thing. It's not Alyssa's fault. I wish I could have kept her here the whole time, but I could hear me louder than I could hear her, and I know you all could the same. Flashes out of the corner of your eye, Alyssa, are spirit visitations. Oftentimes, when you see it not as a being, but it's just literally like a flash, it's angelics. Um, Angels watching out for you. Angels often present themselves in blinding flashes of light. So you'll see either little flashes out of the corner of your eyes, or sometimes, people who have had angels visit them in the hospital. There's this big, giant aura of almost blinding light. So definitely you have angels watching out for you, Alyssa. And it's really about the vulnerability that you've allowed yourself to have on your spiritual path as you are moving on your path. You've opened up a lot and they want to make sure you're protected. So they're just letting you know they're there, that spirit has sent them to visit. and you shouldn't worry when you see them. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. And that's what that is. And dependent on the colors that you see, oftentimes depend on what angelic energetic resonance it is. So if you see flashes that are more reddish, oftentimes that's Archangel Michael. If you see flashes that are more bluish, oftentimes that's Archangel Raphael. If you see flashes that are more yellowy orangish, that's Archangel Gabriel. If you see flashes that are more kind of purplish, that's Archangel Uriel. They all come differently. They all feel a little bit different, so they come through in different colors. White can be any of them. White can honestly also be spirit, God energy. Usually when you see yellow, warm yellow, that's Christ energy. So yeah, it just reminds you and reminds all of us that there are all these beautiful beings that are looking out for us all the time. Isn't that the best news in the world? So I think that's great. All right. So thank you. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you. Sorry about the technical problems, sweetheart. And with that, let's do another message from Spirit. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Who are you and where are you from, sweetheart?
My name is Ava. I come from Columbia, Missouri.
Beautiful. And what's your question for me?
So my question is, so my cousin Nick, he passed away last year, 2022, on August 20th, unexpectedly. And I want to know what happened. Like the last time I saw him was like May, the month before. And like, I want to know what happened.
Okay. Did the family not have an autopsy done?
No, they did. Like, I know they know that they know what happened, but they won't tell me anything. And it's just been bothering me ever since.
Oh, they won't tell you what happened.
Yeah. It's been bothering me.
It was an overdose. Are they shamed by that?
But he wouldn't. There's no way he would do that.
Well, I know. I mean, I don't mean that he was a recreational drug user and he was out doing drugs all the time. But he definitely took something that he didn't have control over. And
was he going to tell me at any point?
Yeah, he was. He was in a place of sadness. Did he tell you he was sad?
No, he hid it from me because me and him were super close. We were born less than a week apart from each other.
Yeah, he was really sad, sweetie, and trying to find things to make him happy. That's what he's saying. Trying to find ways to take the pain away. He wasn't trying to kill himself per se. It's not like he planned it and planned it and planned it. But there definitely was an element of him wanting to escape the pain that he was feeling. It's really sad because I feel like his family feels a lot of shame around it. But
his mom is struggling a lot.
I'm sorry?
His mom has been struggling a lot. Like, I can clearly see it. Like, she had to move away from the house because she couldn't stand being in the house that he passed in.
Right. Yeah, right. They know that they had something to do with the pain that he was in. And they feel guilty, but they don't want to accept that. They don't want to admit that. So they're just acting like, oh, it was so shameful. And we don't know why it happened. And we don't know what was wrong with him. But the truth is, they know they had a part in it. You know what I mean? Nobody gets that. I mean, yes, people are born with sadness and people are born with depression. And sometimes it's very biological. But usually there's some kind of an emotional element. It's usually more nurture than nature, you know? So yeah, it was an unhappy home situation, and unhappiness had just sort of been building up inside of him. And he's very sorry, sweetie. He doesn't want you to worry, but he wants you to put it to rest. And for some reason, he doesn't want you to talk to his family about it.
Okay, I will promise him not. I will cross my heart, promise not to.
He said that they're not going to give you any more than you already have. And that you don't need that trouble from them. And the best thing you can do is just be surfacey friendly with them, but don't have a whole lot to do with them.
Yeah, I just wanted to know that so you have like that weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sweetie. He doesn't want you to let it make you sad. So you wind up in the same sad place. He's telling you it's his problem, it's not your problem, and he doesn't want you to be sad.
Is he proud of where I'm at right now?
Yes, very
'Cause I-
much. And he's very
I'm like,
much doing everything he can to guide you, to help you get through school, to help you find your way in your career, all of that. Know that he will be with you for all of that. He is now your guiding spirit, sweetheart.
does he know that I'm doing like theater? I'm fine.
Yes.
Like, and like, I've also wondered, like, I've been like, I'm pretty sure I have a small gift of like psychic, like a small
Yes.
gift, but I didn't know if that was a possibility in the future or if that was like something.
Absolutely, sweetie. He wants you to really get to know you first. Spirit is saying that too. Get secure within you.
Okay.
All right. There's enough time to grow that. But yes, you do have the gifts.
So I swear I've seen him like out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, I
Oh
look over-
yeah. Oh yeah. He's
I know
around. He's around all the time, sweetie. You're
'Cause
in good shape, honey. All right. Know that he's with you, okay?
I've had instances where I've like the wind will blow and like I'll be like, "Hi, Nick," and all of a sudden the wind will like stop immediately. I'm like,
Yep.
"Hi, I hear you."
Yep,
All right,
he sure
thank you,
does.
Sheena.
So
It's-
nice, sweetheart. Know that you're not alone. It's all good, babe.
Oh,
Take care, honey. Take care, sweet soul. I love the people that do this show. And if you want to be a guest on the show, I have a private Facebook group that is only for people who have been on the show. Literally, the only people in there that haven't been on the show are my moderator, my moderators, because usually they're my two best friends and my wonderful engineer producer Emery, who's like, I'm not doing this show. They're all my people that won't be on the camera, or I would make them come and do the show too. So it's a private. We're almost at 100 people. We might just have crested 100 people, and it's just a private group. You can talk about spirituality. You can talk to me. You can get support from other people there, and it's all folks. And it was born out of the very first show we did here. The very first messages from Spirit. Somebody said, "I wish I knew where there was a support group where I could meet like-minded people," and I was like, cha-ching. So there we go. The light bulb went off, boo! And I had already set up this group and I wasn't doing anything with it. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Thank you, Ava. You're going to be good. Let's do another message from Spirit. I'm ready.
Hey.
Hello. Hi. Who are you and where are you coming to me from?
I'm Keely, Memphis, Tennessee.
Beautiful, Keely. What's your question for me?
Okay, so my question for you today is about some unexplained noises in my house. There's been like tapping, and so I kind of live in the hood, and there's no way to access my window from the street. It's barred off. It's got barbed wire. And a couple weeks ago, there were like 4 quick taps on my window. Of course, I checked the window. I checked the front door. Nothing that I can explain. So I was just wondering if you can detect if there's anyone that's trying to get a message to me.
Of course. Yeah. It's funny because you're having all this haunting problem, yet you're sitting in the dark. So I think you're extremely brave.
Yeah. When it comes
because I wouldn't sit in the dark. I grew up in a haunted house and I never sit in the dark. You'll never see me sitting in the dark. Even a paranormal investigation, I have a light on. You have it's not so much a message for you as there is a presence in your house that wants to contact you, sweetheart. So you're not familiar with the presence, but the presence wants to contact you.
Okay, because I know we spoke previously and you said there was someone in this home that had
Yes.
Home. I didn't know if it's that person or
yes. Usually if a family member is trying to contact you, they're not tapping on the walls or creaking a cabinet or turning the water on. They're doing other things like showing you symbols or signs, or you're hearing songs.
Yeah.
The scratchy and stuff like that's pretty much a spirit trying to contact you, trying to get your attention of somebody that you've not known because they don't have anything familiar to send to you,
Okay, that makes sense. It's nothing negative though. Is it just like a curiosity kind of thing?
It's nothing negative. Yeah, it's all good. But I would, if you want to talk to it, great. If you don't want to engage it, I understand. You have that choice.
Oh, I don't mind communicating with it. And I mean, I've got all kinds of equipment and stuff. In the past, I've never really gotten any answers besides kind of a slight EMF reader type thing.
Sure, sure. Oh, you really are brave. You're gonna really go for it.
Yeah, if I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, well, if you're gonna go for it, first of all, please protect yourself before you do, because say your white light protection prayers. Have I sent those to you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, say your white light protection prayers. I'm going to send them to you. And then also make sure you wear something, necklace, or hold crystals. Do you have crystals?
I do. I have a lot.
All right, good. Do that. And then something around your neck would make me very happy.
Okay.
And or around your wrist, two major energy centers, right? Your neck and your wrist. And then yeah, best thing to do is EVPs because it wants to talk.
I have an EVP reader, so, and I haven't
Good.
used it here yet. So
I'm sorry?
I said I have an EVP reader that I have not used here yet.
Okay, it's time to use it. If you really want answers, I support you.
Okay.
It's time to use it.
Awesome.
But don't be scared. I'm scared thinking about it for you.
I will say that I do get frightened. I see a lot of things out of the corners of my eyes, and I get frightened, and I have to be like, it's okay, like I'm fine.
Yeah, don't poop your pants. That's a joke I have with Mackie and Amanda, the YouTubers, when I work with them. They're always like, this is going to make us poop our pants, but we don't say poop. But I say poop here because I'm on a family network.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Just protect. Okay. Spirit is saying protect, protect, protect. Will you do that for me?
Yes.
All right, sweetie. Take care of you. Let me know how it goes. I sent you the white light protection prayer like magic. Take care, friend. Yeah, if you're going to investigate in your own home, first of all, you're going to give me a migraine. But if you insist on doing it, please protect yourself beforehand, okay? You could not pay me enough to investigate in my own home. Well, maybe you could pay me enough, but it would take a lot. It would take a whole lot. I don't want any activity kicked up in my home. I do everything I can to squelch the activity with salt lamps, selenite wands, selenite towers, protection brooms, burning incense, burning sage, burning essential oils, burning candles, having a cat. Like the cat and I do everything we can for there not to be problems. But if you insist, and you may just be an insister, then okay. But please, please, please protect. All right, for me. Thank you. All right, let's do a message from Spirit. Protect yourselves always, people. Protect.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Who are you? Where are you coming from?
This is Diane calling from Buckeye, Arizona.
Hi, Diane.
How are you?
Look at your professional broadcast voice. I'm going to
I learned that from
go
you.
to Buckeye, and I'm going to let you come here and host this show for a month.
Hey, I want you to come out here so badly.
I'm coming.
You
not
are.
right this second. I'm not in the car yet, but no, I definitely want to come out.
You'll be here in 5.5 hours.
Yes, yes. I have to find a place I can stay with the boy because I travel with the boy.
With me.
You don't mind if I bring the little guy with me?
No, of course not. I had Mickey before.
Okay, all right. But if you fall in love with him, you can't keep him.
I love dog energy, but I just can't. I can't do it because I just want to travel at this stage in my life now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the boy's a cat. Is that okay?
Yeah. Sasha's good with everybody.
Oh, I like that. All right, I'm on my way. Not yet, but next year. We're coming to see you next year for sure.
I'll change the bedding.
Yes, exactly. I'll bring the cat box. So what's your question for me today, sweetie?
Okay. I had a childhood friend that I grew up with from 5th grade to like today, but we haven't communicated in for like here and there, every birthday, hello, whatever. But her mom passed away, and I have had a couple of dreams about her mom. And I also received something in the mail of this. It was an image of like this Polish pastry that she used to make. And I'm like, come on. Like, so I don't know if she wants to tell me something but she's coming through to me, I think.
Now the mom passed?
Her mom passed away. Yeah. About it like a year or so ago.
But she has not passed.
Her daughter has not passed, but her mom has.
Okay. Are you and the daughter estranged, kind
We grew up together. Like, I met her when I was like in like a 10, 11.
of?
And then I
Okay.
moved away and I spent like most of my life in LA. But they're still very near and dear to me because I spent so much time at their house.
Right. You know, the mom is really wanting you to get back in touch with her. Something's going on with her. When was the last time you talked to her?
We briefly text, and she's been better at texting with me, but she's been really like over the years not. But I
Yes.
still kept in touch, and she told me like, like she's glad that I did that, and I'm still feel like family to her, and blah blah blah. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just do pick up stuff. So
I think that you need to contact her. This is going to sound really crazy, but I think you need to contact her and say, look, this is going to sound crazy because I think you have to preface it with that with her.
Your mom said.
But yeah, I don't think I'd do that. I think that might freak her out. But I just had this really strong urge to connect with you and make sure you're okay. And I know we haven't talked in a long time, but when we were little, you were like the most important thing to me. And I just feel like we should be in touch.
Yeah.
And I hope you're okay. And if you need anything, let me know. You know what I mean? I feel like she's in, Diane, she's in a crisis, but she doesn't want to talk about it. Like she's too stubborn to talk about the crisis that she's in, too prideful.
Yeah.
And she's not the kind of person that just like goes on Facebook and tells everybody my life sucks. But there is something major going on with her.
Okay.
And she has shut her mother out. So her mother can't reach her. So the mother's trying to reach you.
Okay. All right. Well, I will take care of it on my end.
And maybe even say to her without saying the mother part, I saw this thing and it's that pastry that your mom used to make.
I did send that to her.
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about your mom and I can't stop thinking about you. And maybe I never told you how important you were to me. Yeah, and please let me do that and see if you can get her to just open up a little.
I will.
Because man, she needs somebody to talk to in the worst way.
Oh, okay. Okay. That breaks my heart. I will definitely reach out.
And you're such a healer and she needs you, you know, and more people need you. Next year is now I'm going to butt in where I totally don't belong. But
please
here I go.
And where's my love life? Just kidding.
This first and then the love life. Next year is the year where you really need to start sharing your gifts with the world because you've always been sort of the person behind the person, but you are also the person and you are a healer. You heal everybody that you're around, but now you need to start healing people you don't even know. So just think about it. Even if you're like at a Starbucks or something, think, how can I put some healing inside the barista? Or how can I put some healing inside this poor person who has a line of 20 people at Macy's at Christmas? And just start practicing random acts of healing because you're a healer and your time has come. And then when you get that worked out, then a love is going to come for you. But it's going to be somebody who really gets you and not like people you've had in the past.
That's so funny because I just said that to my brother the other day. I'm like, it's got to be somebody that like completely gets who I am, and it meets me there.
Yes, exactly. It's got to be somebody like as woo-woo as your brother is. You know what I mean? Not like somebody who's trying to be tough or be a dude, or you've been through all that. You've had enough of that. Now it's time to find the male twin of you.
Love it. Love that.
You know?
Thank you so much.
Take care, sweetheart.
I love you. Thank you so much.
I love you too, honey. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. I just randomly come to your house. You make a space for the boy and I'll come. Isn't that dumb? I'm so like, hey, Karen, as I bring my cat. But as you guys know from watching my psychic lives, that little guy and I, we are soulmates and we need to be together because we need to sleep together because he needs his snuggles in the morning and at night and all throughout the day. But I don't know what I would do without him. And I need him as much as he needs me because he just makes my heart happy. So I would be happier with the extra work it takes to bring him with me than I would having him be at home. Somebody said to me the other day, oh, but all these places, it's trouble. It's hard to get places that'll take cats. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not going to be fun for me if my heart is breaking the whole time because he's not with me. I'd rather stay in a Motel 6, which, by the way, does take cats. I'd rather stay in a Motel 6 than stay at the Four Seasons with no cat. So, all right. Thank you, Diane. Let's do a message from Spirit. Hi. Hi.
Hi, Sheena. How are you?
I'm good. Who are you and where are you calling from?
I'm Michelle. I'm calling from North Dakota, where it's nice and cold.
Oh, not beautiful. We've had 2 North Dakotas tonight. What's the chance?
Oh, my goodness. Yes, it's cold.
I think both of the people who live in North Dakota have called today.
Oh, really?
There's only the 2 of you, and you've both done the show. What's your question for me, sweetie?
Yes. I was wondering, the past 2 years has been horrible for me. My husband had passed away and was wondering if he's got anything to say to us, and was wondering, I'm talking to this guy and he's supposed to be coming from California out here. Was wondering if that's going to ever happen.
It seems like he keeps putting it off. Is that right?
Yeah, he's stuck right now. He's stuck at the airport because he was supposed to have a flight on Turkish airline, and they gave him a big problem last night. They put him in a hotel, and they never told him that he had to pay for his own hotel. So now he goes to check out, and now they're telling him they want $600.
Oh, no.
So I'm saying, oh my God, but if they put you there, they're supposed to pay for you.
Of course. He hasn't asked you for money, has he?
No, I'm not sending no money.
Good. He lives in California?
Yes.
What's with the Turkish Air?
I don't know. That's I said to him, what are you going out of the country with that Turkish Air? You fly United or American or something.
Yeah, something about him doesn't gel, but you know that, right?
Yeah, oh really? That's why I'm checking out on you.
Something's not right. Something's funky. Don't send him any money. And just if you want to keep talking to him because it makes you feel good, I totally support that. Don't send him any money. And I would just start sort of like, when are you coming? Like, when am I going to see you? When are we going to actually see each other? And see what's up? Because I don't know, Spirit's just telling me that something doesn't compute,
Oh, okay.
That's the main message from your husband is he knows how much you want to find somebody in your life, and it's all he wants to, but he doesn't want you to get sucked in by somebody because you're vulnerable.
Yeah, I know. It was a shocker for my husband. He was on his way going to work, had a massive heart attack behind the wheel.
Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry.
So that was like a shocker of the past 2 years. It's like trying to deal with that, and I have custody of my 2 grandkids. And one has mental issues. She just broke my windshield on my car, so I'm going through lots and lots of problems.
Yeah. Yes. So just you don't need to complicate your life anymore with someone who's complicated. Talk to him when it makes you feel good. Don't hang your life up. And that's what your husband wants you to know. He's also saying this is just a temporary time. Things will get better, sweetie. This is just temporary.
Oh, okay. Terrific.
All right?
Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate your help.
You're very welcome, sweetheart. Thank you for coming today on the show, and you take care of you, all right?
Yes, thank you. I love watching your show. You're fantastic.
Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you. That's what your husband really wants, honey. He just wants you to take care of you. But our loved ones oftentimes are all ready for us to get involved. Like they've been dead like 2 minutes, but it doesn't seem like 2 minutes to them. And they're like, why aren't you finding somebody else? That's very common, especially if it was a really good relationship. They want you to have that feeling again right away. And sometimes the living get a little like, I can't even think about it. And that's understandable. But know that when your loved ones pass, especially your primary partners, when it was a good relationship, they're always trying to find a way to make you happier. Does that make sense? All right. Sending you so much love, sweetheart. Let's do another message from Spirit.
Hi, Sheena. It's so nice to talk to you.
Hi. It's great to have you. Who are you and where are you from, sweetie?
My name's Tillman, and I'm from Starkville, Mississippi.
Beautiful. What's your question for me?
I was wondering, do you have any inside advice about like my love life? I know I've talked to you before, and you said something about maybe something coming in February. Could you tell me more about that?
Yeah, coming up at the right after the first of the year, right after everybody sort of gets their holiday and going back to work stuff settled and out of the way. I definitely see new love coming in for you. It comes in sort of as a friend first, and then it just sort of develops. But even all the while that there's a friendly thing, there's still a spark there. Like,
Mm.
it's going to wind up being more than a friendly thing. Has it
Do
been
you
a
think
little
it'll
bit
be
of
in
a
time for Valentine's?
yeah, right around Valentine's time.
Perfect.
Has it been a while, Tillman?
It has been a while with a decent dude. I mean, I've dated some guys, but they're just like not the best quality. So I'm trying to,
Yeah.
find like a nice quality person.
Yeah, I feel a lot of hits and misses, but that it's been a while since you've really had something that got to the point where it was very
Yeah,
deep emotional.
exactly.
Yeah, and you're due, honey. You are due for that. It is time for you. I'm so
Also,
excited for you. Uh-huh.
I only get like one question, but do you have any advice? Do you think I might have a little bit of maybe not even a psychic sense, but any kind of gift like that?
Definitely you're an empath. And
Okay,
that's another reason that you need to be careful before you give your heart to someone is
for
that
sure.
one, your heart breaks very easily because it's so
Yes.
big, Tillman. And the other thing is that you feel everybody's stuff. So if
Absolutely.
you're around somebody and you've dated guys like this in the past, right? That were very troubled. And
For
it's like
sure.
you
Absolutely.
pick up all their trouble and you soak it up inside of your heart, and your heart is carrying around their burden as well. And a couple of those people didn't really have any interest in getting better. They were like, didn't want to
Yeah.
fix their broken. And you wind up taking a lot of the emotional burden for them, sweetie. And you don't need to do that. And that's not good for you.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it, Sheena. You have a lovely
My
night.
pleasure. Thank you, you too, honey. I'm here whenever you need me. I'm here whenever all of you need me. I'm just in service. That's what I do. I work all the time. I take clients at 6 in the morning, 3 in the morning. It's insane. When you book a private session with me, I can make myself available pretty much anytime because I live alone. I can always go back to sleep. The cat's always up to sleep. I can work around schedules. I do everything I can to make sure those that need healing get their healing. That's very important to me. Healing is very important to me. Period. I mean, that starts that whole thing right there. Healing is important to me. Yeah. So keep that in mind. That I'm always here when you need me, and you can always reach out, and that I'm always looking out for you. And with that, let's do another message from Spirit. Hi.
Hi, Sheena. How are you?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Who are you and where are you coming in from?
So my name is Ellie and I'm from Corona, California.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And what's your question, honey?
So I would like to know if John Reagan Sr. has any messages for me. He passed away a while ago, but it was unexpectedly, and we didn't get to say goodbye. And then a lot of things have happened.
Oh, yeah.
And I would like to know if he had any messages, anything he wanted to tell me before he died.
Yeah. He's worried that you don't have a support, that he was so much your ground. I wanted to say originally he said support system, and then he corrected himself and said you do have people who support you, but that he was very much what grounded you. Is that right?
Yes.
And so you are feeling almost sort of untethered now. You're missing that feeling of grounding.
Yes, he was the one I will come for any kind of advice. If because I was married to his son, so he will always help me out in anything, and now he always knew if I needed something before I went and asked him.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And he was always there to do anything he could to make sure you got whatever you needed.
Yes.
And that's part of that grounding.
Is he, so he's not upset at me for
No. No, why would he be
divorce,
upset at you?
for divorcing his son?
No. No, 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 not at all. No. He thinks it was a good idea and you should have.
Okay.
And you know that.
I do, but
And
I,
you know he would have said the same thing if he was alive.
yes.
He would have told you it was the right thing to do. And he apologizes for his son. Does that make sense? Is there something he needs to apologize for?
Yes.
Okay. He
Yes.
apologizes for his son. He said he did not raise him to be like that. And he's sorry for any pain that you endured.
No, thank,
Does that make sense?
it does. It does.
Okay.
Okay.
He
Go ahead.
really loved you like you were his.
Yes.
And he wants to know that it's okay for you to grieve for him and think of him like he was yours and don't have to feel like that's not okay because of your ex, you know?
Yes. Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he just wants you to know that have you gotten involved with somebody new?
No.
All right, somebody's coming.
Okay.
And know that when they come that Joe sent them.
Oh, thank you.
And he said don't tell his son, but he sent them. He wants you to find someone who takes care of you. And that doesn't mean like so you don't have to do anything, but somebody who is an emotional support system for you. That's so important for him.
Okay.
That you have that. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes. I know in the past you have said that it will come next year in June. So,
Oh, good. All right, good.
Anything I could do to be better prepared, I guess.
Work on you, sweetheart. Make you fall in love with you first.
Okay.
I kind of feel like Joe, the little Joe, and I'm sorry if I'm speaking out of turn. I kind of feel like he didn't make you feel that great about yourself. Is that right?
Johnson, yes.
So there are things where you have to repair that damage and realize how much you deserve to be loved because Joe's son did some damage there.
Yes.
You have to also remember Joe is saying that was him. That's on him. It's not on you. It's on his son for acting the way that he did.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to ask that question, and thank you for the answers, and send you a lot of love too.
My pleasure, sweetheart. You take care of you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All these people having love come in the next couple of years. It's love years. It's like a love train. I was doing a thing, which you couldn't see it. Now I'm doing that. It's a love train. Wow, what a great show. 8 wonderful people. And super exciting. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving. And it's so exciting to get to share this all with you and to let's think about that holiday about giving thanks. Let's be thankful for everything in our life that has happened to us because that's so exciting. I'm at sheenametalspiritual.com. If you'd like to book a private session with me or learn more about my healings, cleanses, workshops, my online store where I've got all kinds of crystals and goodies, everything that I do, all my specialty services, sheenametalspiritual.com, or send me a text message. That's the best way. It's my private cell, so no one's going to know but me. 818-437-0886. And if you're outside of the US, that's so easy. 1-818-437-0886 on WhatsApp. And find me everywhere on social media. And that's at Sheena Metal, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and X, formerly Twitter. Until I see you next time, seek peace, live in love, lead with kindness, embrace unity, always work to raise your vibration. And very much most importantly, know that you are love and you are loved and you're loved by me. And what I talked about at the beginning of the show, let's find hope. Let's find our faith. Let's find our belief. Let's find our joy. Let's find love. All right? Let's try to find the hope in the middle of all this mess. And we're all going to be okay. Thanks to my dear friend Tony Sweet, who owns PARAPOD TV, where we are only on PARAPOD TV. He also owns the radio sister stations UBN Go and LGBTQI Go, and also the PARAPOD Festival, where I'm honored to speak each year. And soon he's got a big nonprofit that everything is going under that umbrella. And of course, to my brilliant engineer and producer, Emery, I say thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for being here, and thank you for making the show so wonderful every time. Emery only has one name, like Cher. He's like, you're not giving out my whole name because I'm a Scorpio and we have secrets. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for being here. For Messages from Spirit, I'm Sheena Metal. This is PARAPOD TV, and I'll see you next time.